Because
can
there's 4
experience them
total
all.
up in Altus.
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
for sure. But a hot one, right, for this evening?
Yeah, a hot one for us today. We're looking at temperatures very similar to really where we've been the last few days. We're going to be talking about widespread 90s, flirting with some triple digits. Feels like temperatures definitely into the triple digits. And similar to what we've done the last few days, we're also looking at, again, another morning where we've got a few spotty sprinkles. This is fizzling out. We're watching the end of this over the next hour or so. By mid-morning, the rain chance, the sprinkle chance is out of here, and even the cloud cover is going to be breaking up, and sunshine is just going to be taking over. So you step outside, you're like, oh, if we can keep these clouds around, I know, I wish we could. I do anticipate we're going to see plenty of sunshine mixing in. We've had some sprinkles in Sequoia County and Crawford County, and even some sprinkles around Fort Smith earlier while most of you were sleeping. Again, overall dry day, low 90s up to 95 degrees is where we're mostly going to be. So topping out in the mid 90s for Northwest Arkansas. We've been mid to upper 90s the last few days for the River Valley. That's not changing. We're going to be up there again today. We do have a south breeze, so we've been fortunate to see that wind start to come in on Tuesday and Wednesday and yesterday. Not quite as strong as what we saw on Wednesday, but still a south wind 10 to 20 will mix the air up and make it more tolerable outside. Factor in the mugginess. Again, it's that south wind also bringing in the humidity from the Gulf of Mexico, keeping it around. It makes it feel more like 100 degrees is where we've been the last few days with our feels like temperatures. And then also looking at feels like temperatures. That's why we have our third straight day of advisories, because we're looking at them over 105 or at least near 105. I think in most of the area will be probably around 106 when you factor in that mugginess. So body having to work a little bit harder with all the moisture in the air to cool ourselves off. All right, here's the big picture. Upper level ridge of high pressure. You get a lot of sinking air below that. When air sinks, it compresses. That's a heating mechanism. This has been anchored out towards the west. We've been on the eastern edge of this hot air. That big blue H is going to be shifting on top of us as we go into early next week. So temperature is going to really start to climb once that happens. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even into Thursday afternoon, going to be a hot stretch. But late Thursday night into Friday and into the weekend, we'll look for that to start to shift back out towards the west. We'll still be warm, but we won't be quite as hot. Fayetteville still without a 100-degree day today. No one's complaining about that, or so far this summer. And then we have had 4 of those days for Fort Smith. We've had, again, below average summer. It really hasn't been that hot. It's been pretty seasonal, I guess. If we don't hit 900-degree days, which is the average for Fort Smith, I don't think anybody's going to be complaining. And look at the max, the most we've seen in a year, 54 days, 100 or hotter. We're not looking like we're going to get anywhere near breaking that record this year. That's fine. 30. You imagine we only average 1 in Fayetteville, yet you have a year where you hit 30. That seems hard.
Yeah.
You know, even if we average 15 and hit 30, that would seem, okay, well, it's possible. But you average 1 and you hit 30. Man, I'm glad we're not looking at that stretch. We are going to be flirting with at least 100 degrees as we get into next week, and then we should be adding to that triple-digit tracker for Fort Smith, if not by this weekend, certainly by early next week.